Okay, this is not lesson 3.5. This is solving one-step and two-step equations. Okay? So, there's a couple different things you'll have with a letter. This right here is division. How do I know it's division? Because I see this fraction right here. Okay? This right here is a subtraction problem. This right here is a multiplication problem. So when I have a subtraction problem or an addition problem, the first thing I want to do is put a line at the equal sign. If I see a sign in between my letter and my number, that means I'm either going to add or subtract. What I need to get rid of, what I need to get rid of is -2, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides. The 2's cancel, x equals 7. That easy. Now, you could have known that because 7 minus 2 is 5. But those are the steps you use. If I want to check it, I then plug 7 back in. 7 minus 2 equals 5. That is true. So then I'm going to come to this one, number 4. Number 4 is multiplication. How do I know it's multiplication? There's no sign between the number and the letter. -3 plus x, -3 divided by x, -3 divided by x, -3 times x, -3 times x, -3 times x. This is how you'll see it in algebra. Let me tell you what you don't see, and you need to stop doing it. You do not use the x for multiplication. We do not say -3 times x. Because x is that's not multiplication. That's an x. That's -3x squared. Stop using x for multiplication. You should have stopped that years ago. Anyways, number 4, this is multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? I divide. So I divide both sides by -3. The -3's become +1, but I just write x. 15 divided by 3 is 5. This is division. The big question I get is, where does the negative sign go? It doesn't matter, but the easiest thing is for you to put it with the number. How do you undo division? So I'm going to multiply both sides by -2. This -2 and this -2 cancel each other out, equaling 1, leaving me n equals +18. Okay? So now, pick up your head, please. So now we go on to the two-step equations. With a two-step equation, the very first thing you always do is get rid of the loner. You see this guy right here? He's all by himself. This guy is all by himself. This guy is all by himself. And this guy is all by himself. You want to get rid of those first. You do that by doing the opposite of what they are. This is a +4. What's the opposite of +4? -4. So you subtract 4 to both sides. This cancels each other out, leaving you 5x equals 25. Now I have to divide by 5. X equals 5. Listen, you do this wrong all the time. When you have a number and a letter, and you have to separate the number and the letter, the number goes on the bottom of the fraction. So I'm going to leave those for you to do, and I'm going to scoot down to this one. Oops. Think, pair, share. There we go. Number 12. Do you guys have number 12 on yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, same thing. I get rid of the number that's by itself first. So I +1. These cancel. 2 over 3x equals 14. Now, how do I get rid of a fraction? I think some of you have been taught to invert the fraction and multiply to both sides. If you do that and it works for you, go ahead. If you want a simpler way, do this. Take the bottom number of the fraction, multiply both sides by the bottom number of that fraction. This is going to cancel out the 3, leaving you 2x equals 42. I then divide by 2. All I have left is a number and a letter. So I divide by the number next to the letter. It goes on the bottom of my fraction. X equals 21. Okay. That's nice and short, but that will get you through these, and if you practice them, you'll be better at this. Okay, kids, if you have any questions, please feel free to come in. Love ya. Bye-bye.